Hello, everybody. My name is Jamie Rossman, and I am a partner at GlideTrak. I want to thank you for this opportunity to introduce you to our GlideTrak at Home physical therapy business. GlideTrak's mission is to improve the lives of our patients by restoring independent mobility and fitness via a first-of-its-kind home-based physical therapy solution. Or to put it another way, we help people walk again. Now imagine for a moment you had the misfortune of having a stroke, or were diagnosed with Parkinson's, or had a severe accident. For the first time in your life, you find yourself dependent on the help of others just to move around and get through the very basics of your day. Very sobering new reality indeed. After the initial shock, you decide that giving into your new situation is not an option, and you determine that you're going to fight back to regain your independence. And you expect that physical therapy is your path forward to what is hopefully a quick and full recovery. Unfortunately, what you're going to find is that the physical therapy available to you today falls far, far short of the well-known research-based best practice therapy that you need and frankly deserve. Simple practices like working with a therapist full-time or using specialized mobility therapy equipment is just not offered. This is because the time, complexity, and expertise required to provide best practices mobility therapy is incompatible with the high-volume, short-duration therapy approach necessary to operate costly outpatient-based physical therapy clinics. This resulting gap in care means that you will almost certainly not reach your full recovery potential. This leaves you and tens of millions of people like you with an ongoing loss of independence, declining health, loss of hope, and overall diminished quality of life. The exciting news is that GlideTrak at Home closes this mobility therapy gap. GlideTrak at Home is an entirely new home-based program that brings together all of the missing care elements into a comprehensive best practice mobility care solution. Benefits of this approach are many. Having a full-time therapist enhances your recovery the way a coach helps a boxer train for a fight, which is an apt analogy, by the way. Receiving care at home saves patients as much as 8 hours a month and significantly improves compliance rates, where currently patients miss more than 30% of their outpatient-based appointments. Our proprietary research-based programs ensure that the most efficient and effective methods are used during your recovery. But of all the benefits, the most important comes from our GlideTrak bodyweight support system. GlideTrak prevents falls and supports body weight while training patients, both during and after in between their therapy sessions. This enables the high intensity training that is absolutely essential to mobility recovery. Taken together, GlideTrak's integrated approach results in better, faster, and longer lasting patient outcomes, restoring hope, independence, and quality of life. So let's look at the business aspects of GlideTrak at Home. Because of our unique business model, GlideTrak participates in both the physical therapy service and physical therapy equipment markets. These are very large and robustly growing markets, with the US being a combined $53 billion in revenue in 2020. We estimate that our 5-year SOM is $274 million, based on a 0.1% capture of the 38 million adults currently with mobility issues. Looking at the specifics of our business model, GlideTrak generates revenue from 2 sources. Contract physical therapists are provided to patients free of charge, with insurance paying GlideTrak at Home the $800 to $1,200 a month service fee. In addition, customers pay $400 a month for the rental of the GlideTrak and treadmill hardware. An important and novel aspect of the GlideTrak at Home business model is that new patients are acquired using a direct-to-consumer sales approach like that used in the pharmaceutical industry. This eliminates the reliance on referrals from multiple medical groups and physicians and significantly increases the outreach to prospective patients. Altogether, this business model results in a typical revenue per client of $7,200 with a margin of 51%. So let's look at the competition. Because GlideTrak at Home provides both therapy services and hardware, we need to look at the competitors in both of these spaces. Here's an overview of the therapy competitors. On the left-hand side of the chart are the mobility therapy best practices provided by GlideTrak at Home, and across the top are the various therapy providers. Note that the therapy space is highly fractured, and this includes even within each vertical segment on the chart. This by itself is a big competitive opportunity for GlideTrak at Home. What the comparison shows is that other than some very, very few select specialty mobility therapy clinics, none of the therapy providers come close to matching the best practice mobility care offered by GlideTrak at Home. On this chart, we look at the competitive mobility training equipment. On the left are the capabilities that are necessary for effective mobility training, and across the top are the common systems that are in use today for helping people to regain their mobility. As we saw with the therapy providers, there are no competitors that match the GlideTrak capability. And this includes high-end systems like $65,000 exoskeletons, $120,000 robotic trainers, and $200,000 overhead track systems that are not even included on this chart. The GlideTrak at Home business was beta tested in San Diego with Kindred Home Health, the largest home health agency in the country, along with several other local therapy and logistics partners. Multiple patients recovering from stroke, Parkinson's, and severe injury participated in the beta test. There was strong patient and therapist acceptance and satisfaction with the program. All key aspects of the business model were verified, including therapist training, Medicare billing, pricing, and logistics. Several important lessons were learned during the trial, and these have all been incorporated into the business model as I'm presenting it today. The GlideTrak at Home business has been fully validated and is ready to move to market. In addition to the GlideTrak at Home trial, I want to highlight GlideTrak's extensive knowledge and expertise using body weight support devices for physical therapy and therapeutic exercise. GlideTrak offers a suite of patented body weight support products, including our GlideCycle outdoor running trainer, which has sold over 600 units and nearly $1 million. The GlideTrak itself, which has sold over 160 units to therapy clinics and clients in their homes. And our newest product, the Glide Chair, a body support standing wheelchair for use in the home and the office. This product is at the advanced prototype stage. In order to avoid confusion, I need to be clear that the investment that we're talking about for today is for the GlideTrak at Home business only. The GlideCycle and the Glide Chair are not part of this present offering. So GlideTrak is led by my partner, David Vidmar, and me. I am the general manager of the business. I have 25 years experience of sales and marketing of complex hardware-based solutions, most recently at KLA Instruments. David is the company founder. He's the author of 3 patents, and this is the 3rd business that he started. In addition, we are supported by key partners, including Fairing Industries for manufacturing, Spirit Fitness for treadmills, and the Billing Group for our soon-to-be medical billing. In order to bring GlideTrak to market, we are seeking a $1.5 million equity investment. Capital will be used to hire key staff, build the business infrastructure, acquire inventory, and support a regional rollout. In closing, I want to highlight why GlideTrak at Home is the right business opportunity at the right time. GlideTrak at Home is a market-disrupting solution that solves a long-standing, high-value problem. This is a position that every business should want to be in. The available market is huge. We have created a high barrier to entry of our competitors with our intellectual property. GlideTrak at Home takes advantage of accelerating industry and demographic trends, which will help drive growth now and in the future. It is also a high margin, low cost business with tremendous profit potential. But beyond all of that, the most important reason to consider investing in GlideTrak at Home is that it will improve the quality of life of millions at a time in their lives when they need it more than ever. I hope you see the business potential in GlideTrak at Home that we do, and I look forward to your questions.
Thanks, Damie. And you had 45 seconds to spare, so I'm going to